This is the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're inside Jamaica Magazine.
Encouraging the information flow, sharing the news and views you need to know.
We are building an informed Jamaica every day.
Listening to what you say.
Hi, it's Thursday, November 5. Welcome and thanks for joining us on another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Samantha Allen. Coming up in the news, Financial Services Commission records sharp improvement in processing applications for private pension schemes. An initiative to expand the CXC music syllabus and the National Solid Waste Management Authority starts earning its way. On today's edition of Issues and Answers, we highlight some of the activities to mark National Productivity Awareness Week, scheduled for November 9 to 13, and other matters related to the Jamaica Productivity Center. Stay with us, the news in detail after the break.
I might stand on the corner, but me love life. I know wrong from right. So don't judge me how me look. I stand up for peace. And if we stand up for peace, peace must increase.
And now the news. The Financial Services Commission, the FSC, has recorded a sharp improvement in the processing of applications for private pension schemes. There are 538 superannuation fund applications now being processed by the Commission. Minister of Finance and the Public Service, Audley Shaw, says 120 of those have already been approved, and another 145 are to be finalized over the next 3 to 4 months. The minister says this is a significant improvement, as up to 2 years ago, only 4 of the applications have been approved. He adds that the processing of applications for individual or corporate trustees has also been improved.
2 years ago, we had about 2,295 applicants as trustees, and we have approved 1,148 trustees as of now. So it means that about another 1,100 trustees are there that need to ensure they fulfill the application process and are approved. And indeed, there's a sense in which if we hurry up and get the trustees approved, then you can hurry up and get the remainder of the superannuation funds approved.
The Finance Minister says many of those still to be approved have failed to complete the requirements of the application process. In the meantime, he is urging contributors to superannuation schemes to ensure that their trustees are operating with the requisite approval.
Please take it as your responsibility to find out, are my trustees approved? Are my pension plans approved? Because if your trustees are not approved and your pension plans are not approved, your own long-term benefits might very well be compromised.
Minister Shaw was speaking recently at the FSC's Pensions Exposition held at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in Kingston. It was held under the theme, Retirement Planning. Don't wait until it's too late. An initiative is underway to expand the music syllabus of the Caribbean Examination Council, the CXC. Yesterday, CXC signed a contract with the British High Commission, the BHC, to facilitate the training of music teachers in 11 Caribbean countries. The BHC is providing funding in the amount of £22,000 or 3.3 million Jamaican dollars. The teachers are being trained by composer Michael Burnett to teach his work, Let These Things Be Written Down, prior to its introduction reproduction in schools. The project supports CXC's efforts to increase the availability of original Caribbean compositions, allowing students from the region to study music based on Caribbean history. Speaking at the signing, Pro-Registrar at the CXC, Glenroy Cumberbatch, underscored the significance of this, saying the Council sees music as an essential subject to study.
In some areas, we believe that music is a core subject, just as important as English, mathematics, science, and those areas, in that it helps improve the human being and also helps them to understand and to manage their leisure time. A lot of problems that we believe that young people go through is because they can't manage that alone time together. If they get to appreciate music, to understand music, to listen to music, we feel that that can make a great impact on their behavior.
The other Caribbean countries taking part in the teacher training workshops are Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Barbados, Trinidad and Guyana. Let These Things Be Written Down was created in 2007 to commemorate in Jamaica the bicentenary of the act of abolishing the transatlantic trade in Africans. It combines traditional and contemporary Jamaican melodies, lyrics and rhythms, and uses texts by Jamaicans, other Caribbean and British poets. Yesterday, the British High Commission also signed a letter of agreement with the Institute of Jamaica for the reproduction and distribution of copies of the CD and vocal score.
As the repository for Jamaican history, it's only fitting that the Institute be responsible for promoting and distributing this important work, which will not only ensure its availability to the public, but also will become a part of its rich collection.
Proceeds from the sale of the CD will go towards supporting the work of the Institute. Still on education, the use of information and communication technologies (ICT) in improving education and training, health, wellness and agriculture is to be the focus of EduVision 2009. The 4th Biennial International Conference and Exposition was launched at the Ministry of Education yesterday. It is planned for the Rose Hall Resort and Spa in Montego Bay from November 23 to 24. Educators, administrators, tertiary students and a host of other players in the education sector will explore a broad range of issues around the theme Technology in Education and Training for Development Goals. Assistant Chief Education Officer in the Tertiary Unit at the Ministry and EduVision Conference Chair Philbert Dill says the forum recognizes the fact that traditional approaches to education are becoming obsolete.
The decision to host an international conference was to ensure that educators, technology professionals, and practitioners keep abreast of trends and innovations in the fields of education, training and technology in education.
The conference is being hosted by the Ministry of Education in partnership with the Institute of Education at the University of the West Indies, the Jamaica Teachers Association, the Department of Information and Communication, eLearning Jamaica, and ICT 4D Jamaica. Permanent Secretary Audrey Sewell represented Education Minister Andrew Holness at yesterday's launch. She says the ministry recognizes the importance of EduVision in seeking to adopt and promote new approaches to ICT education and training. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, the NSWMA, is making good on the promise made by its executive director to ultimately end its dependence on subventions from the national budget. Joan Gordon-Webley told the JIS think tank on Wednesday that the NSWMA earned over $120 million last year, saying the authority expects to earn even more this year. According to the executive director, the NSWMA earns money from the work it does for agencies like the Tourism Product Development Company TPDCO, as well as for private citizens who use the services of the Parks and Gardens Division. In addition, she says contractors will no longer be used to supervise the work of the NSWMA, which will create more savings and free up more funds to hire additional employees.
We felt that there were too many layers of supervision at the National Solid Waste. Having decided that we are going to go and abandon the area of contracting, National Solid Waste will now be able to operate within its budget.
Turning to the image and new focus of the NSWMA, Mrs. Gordon-Webley says it is now time to remove the word waste from the authority's name, insisting that nothing in its landfills is considered waste.
There is basically a brand new outlook insofar as the NSWMA is concerned. We